new favorite podcast, MMR Talks. I am your host, Antonio Agcaoili, joined today, of course, by Mr. Shlomo Bowe. Shlomo, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing exceptional.
Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. Avasky, Shlomo. How ye be doing?
Oh, man, I feel like I should be drunk for this episode.
You mean you aren't?
No, not yet.
Yet, but the big thing is yet.
Yeah, man, as you can see, I'm fully pirated out, man. Mr. Captain Jack Sparrow. I'm not very good at doing a Sparrow impression. I feel like you'd be a better impressionist.
Are you actually supposed to be a Jack Sparrow?
Yes.
That's so crazy, a Johnny Depp character, and I myself am Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, of the famous musical of the same name.
Have you seen that musical?
I've seen
in person?
Not in person. I've seen the recorded version from like 1981.
Gotcha.
With George Hearn and Angela Lansbury, a.k.a. Murder, She Wrote, and Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast. But enough about us.
And I'm a Johnny Depp
Uh-oh,
character.
who's that?
Oh,
George Jung. Weymouth George. Or Boston George.
Boston George.
oh.
No, it's not my costume. If you know who I am, which, if you do know who you are and who I am, you must be familiar with the Mass Music Morning Show. Ronnie Rivera, the smooth sailor. For Ronnie, it's been a rough go since the divorce of Sharon, his ex-wife. Things have hit an impasse, and it's been tough times for Ronnie, and it's been filled with drugs, it's been filled with deceit, it's been filled with sins and KY jelly. But the thing about Ronnie Rivera is he always come up on top. He's here today, apparently with a ghoul and Blackbeard the pirate.
A fellow sailor, though.
Clearly, I'm in hell. But yes, Ronnie Rivera. You might recognize my commercials from on the Mass Music Morning Show.
Did Sharon, a.k.a. that fucking bitch, get the
Yes.
kids?
She got all the kids. I didn't really put much of a fight on that front.
Who would want
Ronnie Rivera, the smooth sailor. We did sell all those trucks.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
And
You have a budding music career as well, I've noticed.
Yes, for my commercial, of course, I dropped a hit song. That song actually did very well, but in classic music industry fashion, I blew all that money right away.
Yes.
On the drugs, etc., etc.
It was number one on the Mass Music Radio charts. I don't remember any other. There's only one other song I could have competed to, but it's a seasonal song.
It's a seasonal song.
The Ronnie Rivera anthem is timeless, frankly.
Quite frankly, it is. And I'm very blessed and honored to be with you gentlemen today.
Well, wonderful. So, of course, everyone, welcome back to MMR Talks, our third Halloween special. We're still going, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it. So, let's begin. So, before we start about our topic today, what's up? How's everybody doing since we were last here about toxicity just last week?
Besides the divorce, it's been a dandy old time, honestly. Mass Music Radio, we're thriving. We're juking and jiving down the field like a fast running back. But yeah, it was a great episode last time. We're here today for the Halloween special. Freaking Shlomo with the swords got me a little nervous.
I'm pulling out the little yapper on you.
I feel like I should have a weapon myself, but I don't. But,
you do. It's your sharp wit, young man.
Oh, thank you, sir. Well, I also got Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary right here. So,
Shlomo, anything happening to you lately?
Well, after getting dressed today, I realized that Halloween is becoming one of my favorite holidays.
Is it?
And you know what? I get to celebrate two not really Halloween, but if you guys are familiar with Purim, which is the Jewish Halloween, essentially, I'm really liking dressing up. For several years, maybe through my teenage angst phase, I didn't really care. I really did not give a shit about Halloween, but in the last 2 years, I've grown pretty accustomed to getting dressed up. As you can see, I'm being a little bit more extravagant these days.
Yes.
Last year, I was a surgeon, which was great. I killed it. Very comfortable.
well, if you killed it, then you'd be a bad surgeon, actually.
That's a fact. But here's the thing. That costume was quite possibly, like I said, the most comfortable and the least effort. Scrubs, clipboard, and I had a little like bandana thing.
Well,
Easy.
yeah, a little surging.
This
cap.
one, I had to get eyeliner. Look at this. Yep. Have you put on eyeliner, James?
I've never put on eyeliner.
Never?
It's a shame, no.
So my costume designer, shout out to Jane Bowe, my mother, crushed it, handmade all this.
You just missed her, guys. You just missed her.
She
just
put on
here.
eyeliner, dude. It's like someone like pushing your eyeballs and saying, "Oh yeah, just look up." When you my eyes are getting squeezed. She's using a pencil to draw on my eyes. A little traumatic, but I think it came out pretty sick.
Well, we dropped the ball. Why isn't Jane joining us today for the episode?
You know what?
She's a Halloween icon.
Mhm,
I asked her. She
mhm.
said she's camera shy.
Oh,
Mhm.
boo.
And she's the teacher. You know the things we talk about on the show. We would ruin her reputation.
No, we can keep it
We could
together.
keep it PG.
And,
We could do it.
and teachers, they're the backbone of this country. You
And
know?
they're monsters outside of the classroom.
Yeah, so I hear.
So I've heard indeed. Let's see, anything happened with me. I had last week we talked big about toxicity and specifically toxic masculinity. Literally, not even 24 hours later, I was getting ready to sand the sidewalk with some kid's face.
What
A
happened?
gasp.
Long story short, there's this little prick out here in G-Town who's sending a bunch of nasty messages via Instagram, and one of them just so happened to get mixed in with my blood, and then I found out, and I was in quite the rage lately.
Let me find him.
I wanted vengeance.
Where is he?
But I calmed down. I cooled down. I went to CVS. I had some Mountain Dew, and I listened to some Tina Turner. And I'm like, you know what? This would not look good on me politically, so we should not beat up this guy. But you know what? Sanity won. And you know, as the old line from Sweeney Todd goes, to seek revenge may lead to hell, but everyone does it, and seldom as well.
Ooh,
Ask-
bars.
Ask Sweeney.
Bars.
Ask Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. Pew. And that's literally how the show ends. But no, yeah, doing pretty good. I've been looking forward to this for weeks. So I'm just ready to just dive right in. So for those who have been, very committed listeners and viewers of the Mass Music Halloween MMR Talks Halloween specials, they know that both Shlomo and I have been on every single one. Shlomo's costumes are getting more extravagant, more crazier, and better with every single season.
Thank
and
you.
I have remained relatively consistent on out-of-the-box perspectives.
You've been pretty steady. I like the makeup too. This man does it all. He did his own makeup too.
I did. I tried, and I have to try not to itch so much because then all the pale will come off as I itch.
I asked my mom too, how am I going to get this off my eyes? She's like, oh, I got makeup remover at the house. That's the house. I'm going to drive back home like this.
Who's that pretty woman in the car over there? But so obviously you guys have heard some of our classic iconic Halloween stories, but you know who hasn't been on here? Our old pal, Jimmy Versace. So James, do you have any iconic Halloween memories?
Halloween memories. I mean, besides of just absolutely loving this holiday, I can't believe Shlomo said he doesn't like this holiday growing up. I mean, trick-or-treating is fantastic. You got to go to the rich neighborhoods, get the big candy bars.
Always.
Obviously.
Hold on. I didn't say I didn't like it growing up. I said
Sort of
throughout
did.
my teenage angst phase.
Okay.
So from when you could stop, you couldn't trick-or-treat anymore, right?
Mhm.
The holiday became whack for maybe 8 years of my life. This holiday sucks.
Halloween becomes Cabbage Night in your high school years.
Although I did tell a story on the podcast before about one particular Halloween that I'll get into. I'll let Jimmy finish his thought, but just want to correct him. It's not that I don't like it.
Okay.
It's
Well,
for a period
I
of
just
time.
love Halloween back then and even in my teenage angst because, of course, my scene is the party scene. I love a good party. I love getting a little drunk. And what's so great about Halloween are the costumes. And I'm not going to be, a bit misogynistic and say, oh, because the ladies wear sexy costumes. I love the unique, fun costumes just as much as the sexy costumes. And
Really, even if a chick has a white T-shirt and with a black tie and 3 black holes on
I don't
one
like
side.
lazy costumes. I don't like lazy
We had a
costumes.
whole
but
thing on that.
I do appreciate a funny costume, or I also appreciate the costumes that reflect pop culture at the time. I think we're going to see a lot of Jeffrey Dahmers this year.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
And
Yep.
stuff like that. Tiger King last couple of years.
Mandalorian.
You know what was big last year was the Freddie Mercury, right?
Really, last year? I thought
Was that last year or 2 years ago?
Well,
That was last year.
Bohemian Rhapsody came out in 2018, so I consider it being Freddie Mercury because it's just an
I've
easy.
seen a lot last year.
Oh. And then you get to wear big buck teeth and you get to make AIDS jokes all night. With no consequence.
Also, too, just like for me personally, Halloween, like I always have a desire every year to ball. Because I love this holiday. I always have a desire to ball out and get a really big costume, but then it just creeps up on me to the point where it's like a few days before Halloween, and I'm scrambling to find a costume, and I do something kind of lazy, a la right now almost. But
no, that's a character. That's a reference. It's important to the history of this company.
Thank you, Tonio. And Ronnie Rivera is a legend, and it's definitely due. But I rather, if I had the money, spend like a $400 like actual Jabba the Hutt costume or something crazy with like makeup or like something ridiculous. Well, Ronnie Rivera will do.
Well, I will say, James, I bought this. I bought a yard of fabric that I had them cut into threes, and then I cut those threes into halves and the face paint. Everything else I already own.
Yes.
Like, so Shlomo, all of this is homemade too.
Dude, I once again take zero credit for this outfit. This is all my mother. She crushed it, stitched it, designed this shirt. She was out shopping the last few days, got the wig. I'm wearing a weave too, if you didn't notice.
Wow.
We got the hat, which has hair, and then I got a weave on, dude.
Give him a little flick. Give him a little flick. Ooh, well, it's a little heavy. So.
This little thing in here, little giblet. I got some bracelets on here, you know.
And you even grew a beard too.
I had to.
Just
chest hair is real too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gross.
Actually, you know what?
Don't
you know what time it is?
Woo! Plundering time.
Time to get that booty.
9:06. Also, too, I like the idea of buying a costume that is convenient year round. So one year I was a hot dog. Guess what? You can wear a hot dog costume numerous occasions.
One year I was a chili dog. One year I was a Chicago dog. One year I was a Boston dog.
No, you weren't.
No, that's what I would say if I were in a hot dog.
Oh, if you want to switch up every year.
Yeah. Just get some like fake poop and put some make it chili.
Just a different condiment every year.
Yeah, that's really it. And get some whatever they do in Miami other than suffer from Hurricane Ian. But all that stuff like that. What gets you in the Halloween spirit?
I've repeated a few times. I don't know if you guys have repeated.
Yes, we know. The guy who was Wolverine made SpaghettiOs with his claws and he fed it to you.
No, I'm talking about, that's not a story. I'm saying I'm repeated costumes.
Oh,
he hates that story, damn.
Well, we've heard it 4 other times. Even on my very first episode, we've heard it.
Listen, I've repeated costumes. I've been a chef 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I was a pizza slice a couple times, similar to your hot dog. Have you ever repeated a costume?
I was Palpatine from Star Wars twice, and I was a 501... 501st... I was a clone trooper twice. I don't think I was ever anything... Because college, it was all Pac-Man, Scarlett Johansson's Lucy. I forgot what I was junior year, and then I was I was Palpatine, and then I was the Sparrow King, which is just a character I made up. Then Ready Player One, Dear Evan Hansen, and then the last 3 that have been on this show. So not a lot of repeats lately.
Yeah, I've gone the lazy route, last second party, typical jock move, just wear a sports jersey. But the one time at Amherst I wore a sports jersey, I did also bought the football white pants, a few of the armbands, face paint, and I actually had a Dallas Cowboy helmet. So it was a really complete look. Someone stole my damn helmet at that party, so whoever stole that freaking helmet, Dallas Cowboys, UMass Amherst 2014, Ronnie Rivera is going to break their damn legs.
Whoever stole...
You want a taste?
Whoever stole James' helmet, welcome to the chair. I will have vengeance. But, what gets you guys in the Halloween spirit?
Well...
Mainly James, we've already answered.
Well, what gets me in the Halloween spirit is spookiness. I like spookiness. I like seeing the leaves turn orange. I like seeing decorations. I like seeing the color code, kind of like if you think of Reese's Pieces, like the orange brown.
Yep.
That's a perfect way to describe it.
No red. Yes, and just the enthusiasm for the holiday. I feel like a lot of people kind of are jumping to Christmas already, and it's like, hey babe, relax. All right, you got Halloween, which should be celebrated, I think, even more, considering how few holidays we have around this time, and it's just a banger of a holiday.
Well, we have Antonio Agcaoili Day.
What day is that?
Well,
It's your birthday, of course.
by the time this aired, it was a couple days ago.
Mm.
But no, yeah. James, do you have any favorite costumes that you ever been, and any costumes that you've been like not ashamed of, but embarrassed of how lazy it was?
Yes, as I mentioned, the football players a few times. I was also, man, I'm kind of drawing a blank of past Halloween times. It's, it's just so much fun on Halloween time, and like I mentioned earlier too, I always have a desire to ball out, but when Halloween time comes, it's like too late to order a costume. I was Kenny Powers one year of the HBO
Classic.
show Eastbound and Down. The hot dog was a big hit because who doesn't want to touch the wiener? I mean, I was there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's really it for memorable Halloween costumes. I will say last year I did order a shirt from the show. I Think You Should Leave.
Is that what you were at that basement party?
Yes,
I remember that.
at the basement party. Dan Flashes. It's a very popular show on Netflix, sketch comedy show. I highly suggest it. Very funny, very cringeworthy. And in the show, when the people have a shirt, it's from Dan Flashes, this very high-end retail store, and it's a really, really stupid skit, but I bought that shirt, and I went to this Halloween party thinking, like, no one's going to know who I am from this obscure show.
And everyone knew?
And then as we are pulling up and putting speakers into this house basement for the party, I see a group of frat bros in the living room watching the show. So I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. I cannot wait to knock on this window now and have all of them go nuts about my show. About my shirt that they're watching the show of. So I do that, and I get one frat bro's attention. He has no idea what I'm doing. He's like, "Who do you know?" Like whatever. I'm like, "No, like my shirt, the show." And he gets everyone one by one to be like, "Do you know this guy? Like, do you know what he's saying?" And I'm like, I finally say clear it up. Like, this shirt's from the show, and no one has seen the show before, and they just had no clue the reference or why I was so excited or anything. So it was a complete fail.
James,
I had hope and then immediately shut down.
Bowe, don't listen. James, you're asking really too much of frat bros. They're asking way too much.
I mean, it was right there. The odds of me seeing them watching that show as I was pulling into the driveway for the party, like, nuts.
James,
it was interesting though. I was DJing a party, and
we were all there. Yeah, you invited.
Where we parked in the driveway in between the two houses, you could see they had no shades in their house. In their living room, they were watching the show, and I was skeptical because I remember seeing James, and he had showed me the skit where the Dan Flashers. I was like, it was hilarious, but I'm like, it was such a niche show, even at the time, and even now. I was concerned. I'm like, I don't know. And then the first thing we see is that. I was like, oh, shit. But, yeah, those dudes, I don't know if it was their first time watching or something. Didn't get the gist.
That was a fun party. I will say parking for me kind of stunk. I had to park somewhere else. I had to park at a CVS parking lot for an hour. Then I had to leave. And then I found street parking for the rest of the night. And I was that nun that was very well received. I will say there was 5 priests and a single nun. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
2 funny memories was... me almost getting in that throuple, but none of them wanted any part of it at all. Very disappointed in myself. I was not taking a year off at that point, but that'd have been fun. That's something new for me. Maybe I have no problem being the other man because I know they love each other. But if they ever want to, anyway. And then that iconic Snapchat video I have of Shlomo DJing, and this guy's like touching his stuff, and someone's like, "Yo, just go dance." Like, I got it.
Can I go on a rant real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Yo, if you're at a party, okay, it doesn't have to be man or woman, but if you're at a party, why are you bothering the DJ? Okay, at this party, the dance floor is bumping, everyone's dancing. This guy is like behind one of my speakers, kind of in the corner, and he's just talking my ear off, requesting. He gives me a list of 10 songs. He's like, "Can you play some of these?" I go, "Yeah, I got you." I had no intention of playing them. And he's just standing there, holding his phone. And I'm DJ, and mind you, I'm in the middle of a transition. DJs, you'll know it. You got to focus. I'm trying to focus. And I look over, and this guy is just like breathing over me. I look over. I'm like, dude, like, go away. Like, I see the requests. I got you, bro. One of it was, I think it was Sicko Mode. Like, it was some very base level shit.
Yeah, let's ruin another halftime show.
Yo.
Or Astro World.
But I will say, yo, if you're going to request a song, okay, either come with some money, slip me a 20 and we'll see what happens.
He may or may not do it.
Don't worry about it. Look at the dance floor. If it's dead, I can understand. If the shit is dead and I'm playing for a crowd that, like, if it's like a family party, I've done fundraisers and stuff like that. If you have a song, or especially if you're part of a group that, like, people want, like, if you're, I know this song will get people going, yes.
Like the Boomers for YMCA?
Well, sort of. But if it's one thing if that happens, or if you're polite about it, but the fact that he stood there and the way where he was, the best part is Antonio got a video of it.
Yes,
like,
I have the
Snapchat
video.
of me, like, not furious, but just me being. I give him like the shoe. I'm like, go away, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I accidentally didn't even know until I sent it to him. The moment Shlomo snapped, he just went, "Yo, what? Back off."
Yeah, I
And
gave
I'm
him the
just-
shoe. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
So he's doing that, and then I turned the camera around because it was "Blame It on the Alcohol," and then famously in the Agcaoili family, we renamed the song to "Blame It on the Agcaoilis."
Nice.
See, blame it on the, like, a banger. People dancing. I'm like, dude, go find a girl. Like, why are you talking to me? Like, go out to the dance floor. I don't understand that, dude.
There legit was a Caligula chamber, like, upstairs. Literally these kind of just vague-looking people just so all randomly found each other, and they're all doing that weird thing where all the couples sit in a room to try to talk to one another when we know it's about to go full white bathtub in there. Read a book, kids.
What is full white?
Yeah, that went way over my
It's
head.
it's from the movie Caligula, famous for his orgies and all that. Roman emperor. Read a book. So let's move on to some new stuff. That was a fun Halloween, though. Regardless of all that, it was a very fun Halloween. I think all of us probably hit our heads on that metal pipe at least once.
Yeah, we were in a dingy basement in Mission Hill. It was fun. I crushed it, I think.
It was so funny. We were there, and then I kind of realized, oh my God, this is a college basement party. I do not belong here. Again, that's just me. That was never really my thing. So I got some new questions for the year 2022. So
Lay it on me.
do you, as an adult, still get excited for Halloween? Quick answer. Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Moving on. I was going to say, add anything to that? Because we're all pretty unanimous, and we all like Halloween.
Yeah, I think I've already let it be known how excited I am for Halloween. I love a good party. I'm a party animal.
Well, when
you can be something else on that particular day, and no one can say shit.
That's facts.
Hopefully not, because we had a whole thing last year where Jake says he was Captain America and his buddy was Castro, and this Cuban chick went off on him.
Oh, fucking God. People are so sensitive
know.
and get their panties in a bunch.
I know.
God, even someone today was brought up the whole Dahmer thing, and people are like, oh, you think that's too insensitive? Like, motherfuckers.
No, it's popular.
Oh, my God.
People like to be pirates. We all know what pirates did and all the looting and
Here's the thing. With that
pillaging.
whole trial, had it went south, I would probably not play. Actually, you know what? I don't give a shit. It's a character in a movie. I'd probably still be Johnny Depp. Jack Sparrow.
I guess when you go specific people in history, then yeah. And if they did some evil shit.
As opposed to, like, a character. Like, this is a character.
Yeah,
Like, if
so
I was Johnny
Castro-
Depp at the trial, like, yeah, kind of insensitive, but
Like, people have been El Chapo, I'm sure, for Halloween, and no one has said shit. And El Chapo
Probably we wouldn't know who he is.
Seamus was Pablo Escobar one year.
Oh, who cares?
He crushed it with the mustache. Yeah,
He looked great.
yeah.
But I don't know. Pablo Escobar probably killed some people. So.
I know we have like a Johnny Depp-esque over here, but I'm leaning more towards Len Cariou and George Hearn and Antonio Agcaoili. But, as we age, do you guys find joy in the more so adult responsibilities of Halloween? Passing out the candy to the kids or decorating the home. Do you guys take any joy in that? Or just like going back to that young gun of yours and just having a bang-up job time?
Well, starting in 2020, when shit was locked down, we had a very small, intimate party. And to kind of build off what James says, I love the party aspect. 2019, which I've said before, was one of the greatest Halloweens ever. We go to a Red Sox parade. We won the World Series. Was it 18? No, it was 19.
18.
18.
Okay, so Halloween of 2018.
I'm bugging. 18. We win the World Series. I go to the parade, and then I go down to New York City in the Greenwich Village. I'm a chef dancing in the thing. So that kind of catapulted my party aspect. 2020, had a little shindig at the crib, was a gorilla. I wore a gorilla suit, crushed it. Last year, I DJ'd a party, a college party. And this year, I guess time will tell. I might be working the night, but even if I'm working, I'm still going to be wearing this in the booth, doing my thing.
Oh, no. You cannot wear that.
Says who?
You are already wearing it today. Once you wear a costume during Halloween season, you can't go back to that.
That hasn't stopped us last year.
No. Listen, man.
No. You got to understand Halloween etiquette, my friend. You've already busted this out. Once the people see this podcast and see you, what if they also are at your work and see you then?
You know what? They'll say, hey, that's a guy from MMR Talks.
Exactly,
I've seen him.
Yes. It's like
boom.
It's like meeting your heroes.
Exactly.
That's just me, though.
Exactly.
It's like it's even better up close, stuff like that. Well, on me, I love handing out the candy because now I kind of I'm not someone who has kids. I want them, but no one wants to have them with me. So this is kind of my giving back kind of thing. And they're all kind of excited because we give out goodie bags instead of just a single piece of here's a Snickers, goodbye.
Ooh. I remember 18 was the Red Sox / New York. 2019, I was in LA. I went to LA. I was on the news. I made it on the fucking news. Yeah.
Wow.
I was dressed as a mad scientist.
Ooh.
Yep. Chaos.
Were you Rick Sanchez?
More like an Albert Einstein on like LSD or something. I was very like trippy looking. I looked nuts. I had the lab coat. I had crazy hair. And I was slinging candy. And yeah.
Want a little fun fact, Shlomo, about Albert Einstein?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure I read this somewhere, like in a board game. It was Albert Einstein was initially offered to be like the first like prime minister or president of Israel when it became a first thing.
Really?
But he turned it down because like, nah, I'm just gonna chill here and wherever and just keep inventing and talking about relativity and whatnot.
Did not know that. That's a fun fact.
It is a fun fact.
Fun fact: Albert Einstein, fucking nerd.
Also,
genius. Don't get me wrong, but like technically a fucking nerd.
James, hold on your hats. I was on the bus yesterday and I saw a sticker of Rosa Parks. It just
I was just about to say,
just laughing.
The last time James disrespected a former legend who is passed, he was immediately karma came back. He spilled a drink everywhere. And watch what you say, man. Watch your tongue.
Again, for Rosa Parks and Einstein, I think Einstein will accept the fact that he's a nerd.
Of course he would.
I just think it's funny.
You'd be bullying him, bro.
I wouldn't bully Einstein. I wouldn't bully him.
I don't remember James bullying anybody, really.
No, I wasn't a bully.
He bullied me.
I would probably just make fun of him. Well, crack a joke about his stupid hair.
Was James one of the ones who would mock you for reading all the Harry Potters?
No, that was other bullies back in my day.
I read the Harry Potters. He actually bullied me. He called me James Buttskins a few times back in second grade. So he bullied me actually.
That's because he called me a dirty Jew and all that.
No. I don't think I ever did that.
He told me to go back to Texas. I'm like,
he's one of the nicest friends I've ever had. So
easy.
It's all, you know, I'm telling lies today. Deceit.
Johnny Depp or Captain Jack.
Captain Jack. And he's back.
So, you know, in the media landscape and kind of entertainment culture, we all have the quote Halloween classics. Like we can just name some right off the top of our heads, but what constitutes like a Halloween classic for you guys? For example, why is something that, for example, Hocus Pocus. Why is Hocus Pocus such a Halloween icon, like a Halloween classic? Like when you think Halloween, you think Hocus Pocus. Just something like that.
Hocus Pocus. Let me tell you something about Hocus Pocus, all right? Overrated film. People just really miss being young and having no bills, no worries, and having that movie be on their big old television screens with the fat back. You know what I'm saying? Hocus Pocus, not that good of a film. I'll watch it maybe every other Halloween, because it's still a pretty good film for the Halloween times. But a classic to me, give me more slasher horror movies that actually get me scared. Get me some of the really gory films, Hostel, Saw. Give me what's another one?
Friday the 13th.
I like those.
Honestly, if we're being honest, it's just Freddy versus Jason. It's really all it is.
I love that film.
I love Freddy versus Jason.
I love that film. I remember being a young man. There's boobies in that film. I'm like, there's not only the boobies great, I'm also like really scared of Freddy and Jason. So this was a perfect combination of scared and horniness. So just like,
there's nothing like being scared and horny at the same time.
Yes.
That's why they say to watch scary movies with the shawty.
And Halloween 2, Michael Myers. Fun fact: The Mask, Michael Myers. Do you know which actors that face is molded of?
Who?
We'll let him say it. We know, but let him say it.
You don't know. Well, he doesn't know.
Okay, so I know.
You know.
I don't know. Who is it?
William
James
Shatner.
T. Kirk. Yep, James
Yeah.
Captain James T. Kirk of the
Really?
Starship Enterprise.
Yes.
That makes sense.
It was just painted white. Fun fact,
Really? I
yeah.
thought they kind of... he was kind of tan back then. They probably messed up the hair, too.
Well, the mask is painted white.
Yeah, okay. But, no, yeah. I think something for me, one of the things that I always loved growing up was, like, when you're watching, like, Nickelodeon or, like, Cartoon Network, and they have, like, the Halloween specials of, like, you know, Billy and Mandy or, like,
Yes.
Ed, Edd n Eddy or SpongeBob. What constitutes a Halloween classic for me, even in The Simpsons, like Treehouse of Horror, I want a story that would only take place on Halloween. Something like that. You know, for example... And there's a great episode of Billy and Mandy that takes place on Halloween where Jack O'Lantern, you remember him?
Oh, yeah.
And he stole Grimm's scythe and he opened the underworld and let the demons from beneath take over the world. And it was up to Billy, Mandy, and Grimm to stop him. You know, just fun stuff like that. And what's SpongeBob Scaredy Pants, where SpongeBob was trying to scare everybody. And I'm trying to remember. Again, for me... Again, just for
Family Guy with Peter Griffin riding by Meg. Ugly bitches. That's an all-time classic. That's a really good episode of Family Guy too.
Brian, we're being attacked by witches and zombies and Mexican princesses. But no, for me, even in regards to Hocus Pocus and even Trick or Treat's a good one. Like it just kind of has. When you look at it, you just like feel like Halloween. Like it's just celebrated. It's just garish and just out for display. What's another one that I really love? But no, just. Wonderful stuff like that. Even what's that one? We talked about that on the Streaming Wars. It was the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Even if it's not fantastic, just having that kind of continuity of like nostalgia is just so great.
Near and dear to my heart is James and the Giant Peach because my name is James.
I literally have a reaction video on my phone of
And
the
you're
two.
a giant peach.
I'm in a giant peachy mood.
Ooh.
Sure. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right,
Is Peach the butt
yes.
emoji? Oh, so
wait,
even
actually.
greater.
That's facts.
Yes.
All right, no, just making sure. I have a reaction video of the two aunts at the end of the movie. They're in front of a fire truck, and they both go. One of them goes, "How dare you speak to us this way?" And they pull out just two axes.
And James and the Giant Peach?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I love the aunts. Me and my brother just quote them all the time.
The aunts in that movie. Aren't
Yeah.
they terrible?
Yeah, no, it's just look here. We'll be the aunts because James and John Page. Look at him lollygagging in dreamland when there's so much work to do, weeds to pull, wood to chop. Repeat with me: work.
God.
Boom.
I love it. It's amazing.
Wow.
But I guess there are some really kind of macabre stuff in there that really can evoke the Halloween spirit. Shlomo?
You're talking about media? Let's see.
Even like the songs. Like I know you hate the Monster Mash, but I'm sure there's some
Yeah, Monster Mash,
like,
whack.
like Thriller. Thriller isn't itself
Halloween. This is Halloween, the night before Christmas.
the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare before, yes.
Not the night before. That's the parody that we did for the holiday special.
For me, what
Again,
gets me
atmosphere
going
because
is
it
the
all takes place on
candy.
Halloween.
The candy gets me. The deals. You go to CVS, dude. They got deals for days on candy, and I really like passing out candy. Like last
love
year, my mother dressed up as the bunny rabbit from what's that movie?
Death to Smoochie.
No. Oh, the rabbit from with the clock. I'm drawing a
Oh
blank.
yeah,
I'm
that's
drawing
the
a blank.
March Hare.
I'm drawing a blank.
The March Hare from Alice in Wonderland.
Alice, yes. She crushed it. And so I was helping her pass out candy. Me, her, and Scoob just like greeting little trick-or-treaters. Fantastic. So I don't know. Trick-or-treating is always fun, seeing the kids dressed up. And for me, like Jimmy said, it's just like, it's a colors thing too. I see the color orange, the leaves change. I'm out there raking. I be raking.
He loves to rake.
It gets me going. It really gets me going. And to be honest, Apple cider donuts, apple cider flavored drinks is another one that's like, ooh,
Oh, Shlomo.
puts me in the mood.
Shlomo and James, you can only save one, the apple or the pumpkin.
I'm gonna save an apple, dude. Pumpkins are
Yeah, I'm gonna save the apples too.
I love apples.
Yeah.
Apples, apples, apples. When we were in chorus in 4th grade, I don't think you guys were, we had a whole song about apples that we sang, and I still remember it. I love apples, yes I do. An apple a day makes me smile at you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Don't remember that one.
I like that.
Well,
song.
were you in chorus?
I was in chorus for a while, dude. I have the pipes of an angel.
Please sing us a song from Sweeney Todd that Johnny Depp sang.
Let's see. I honestly have a terrible memory, but pipes like an angel.
It's so weird how Thriller kind of became like a Halloween staple when kind of like the song in and of itself, without the music video, doesn't really kind of give off that kind of spookiness. But I wonder what made Michael just kind of go, yeah, zombies and werewolves. And, you know, he tried to get it nominated for an Oscar. You know what he did? So he made the music video, and he tried to get it nominated for, like, best, like, short film. So what he did was he worked with Disney to put the music video for Thriller in front of a movie re-release of Fantasia. And it did not
wow.
work. It did not work. He did not get nominated for an Oscar.
Should have been. He crushed in that one.
But literally that whole, when he's turning into the werewolf just makes me just cringe.
Yeah, it's
like,
pretty gruesome.
Like wince, like ooh. So I want to ask everybody. So say we're either too old or we have kids and it's raining outside. What are some like good Halloween alternatives that we can think of? Like really the only thing I can think of is something that kind of happened when I got older, like when I was done trick-or-treating, just really having like a good old-fashioned like Halloween party, you know, stuff like that.
I got you. Bobbing for apples.
When was the last time
That's a Halloween classic.
Yeah. When was
right?
the last time you were bobbing for apples?
Was the last time I bobbed for an apple?
Bonus content?
Oh man, probably when I was like 10, maybe. I'm throwing a number out there, but I can't remember the last time I have. Maybe at the next party this year. Should I have a tub with some apples in it?
Well, so long as no one's sick, I'm sure that can work.
Let's make it happen.
Everyone's got some clean faces.
You know what I don't like, which is sort of a Halloween tradition, is caramelized apples where they put the thing on.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the
Not
candy.
a fan.
It's the candy apples I can't really do because it's like the lollipop shell, like the hard candy shell.
Well, what did
That
it for me is
seemed-
I remember being a little kid. I ate one, and I had my baby teeth, and one came out when I was eating the apple, and it scarred me. That's what I'm like.
sorry.
I'm like traumatized from it. Yeah,
I remember.
I love apples, but like that situation, always remembered. Like, damn,
I don't know how
I could lose a tooth over this.
I don't know how you feel, James, but I think in some places they actually just sell like the caramel sheets, like in the store, and you can like just put them on the apple, put them in the oven yourself. But there was a time when I was a little kid, probably like in my like preteens or something, where we would have the sheets of caramel, and I would just sneak into the cabinet and just eat the
grub
sheets.
it.
Oh, like
Just
a
eat
rat.
just
Like
eat
a
the
rat.
sheets of caramel.
Ew.
Yeah. Do you like any of the variations of apples?
No,
James?
you can't trick me into liking an apple. No matter how much sugar you put on
Even
it.
though he wants to save apples from pumpkins.
Yeah. No. Actually, I do like apples, but I'm not gonna really go after one, especially with all this Halloween candy around me. I will say, fuck candy corn. Candy corn is disgusting. We
Thank
should
you.
outlaw it. Shouldn't be allowed. It's like crayons. I'm all set in candy corn. If I can get rid of one thing in Halloween, it would be candy corn, and replace it with regular corn. Corn is good.
Yes.
but not the candy corn.
I'm pretty sure they made this joke twice on Family Guy. It was all Adam West related. Do you remember when he went to the movies with Meg? He's like, I have to buy my own creamed corn. The creamed corn at the movies is so dry and crunchy. And then he was like, they were kids going to Adam West's house and he was like pouring creamed corn into their bags.
That's how it should be, man.
As it should.
Yes.
For some reason, I was never really down for this. Like, cause I'm someone who doesn't like being scared. I never got into haunted houses, and even we're right down the street from the iconic haunted ship. It's just not for me, though.
I like haunted houses. Barrett's Haunted Mansion in Bridgewater. I don't know where the hell it is. Somewhere in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
There's a haunted mansion you can go to. Terrifying. Like Antonio said, down the road we have the haunted ship, the USS Salem, World War II battleship. You go through the what is it called? Not the barrel.
Bowels.
The bowels
Yeah.
of this ship, and you
Exactly.
get absolutely terrified.
We used to know a lot of the scare actors because they all went to Quincy High, and that was like their favorite thing. They
I would
loved
love
doing
to be
it.
one.
Well, what's so great about that is the danger of being on that very old naval ship and have it be pitch black dark, and you can't see where you're stepping over, and so many people will get hurt and injured on this ship because obviously when you're running in the dark in that old naval ship, there's going to be a lot of accidents. I don't mind the haunted houses. A lot of girls I've dated growing up always want to go there during this time of year.
You know why?
Well, yeah.
You know why?
You get scared.
Come here.
Yeah,
hold me?
because they're horny.
Maybe
For
I
you.
guess yes, for me, and like gives me the opportunity to like have
That's
them.
why I don't like them.
Just like really clench me really tight and hold me and use me as protection. And then like I used to not like them partly because I feel like they're like a waste of time, and I also get not scared but also just like, oh god, you got me, whatever. But if I just remember growing up as a kid and being a bit scared of them, just having the mentality of like, all right, like you're not gonna actually get got when you go through this. You're not actually gonna get killed, and just have that mentality as you go through the haunted house and really try to test yourself and not get scared. Of course, you can't really help the jump scares though.
I'm just not comfortable with the fact of paying to be scared. Like
Yeah.
you're pretty much like subsidizing other people's amusement because they get a joy.
It wasn't too
out of-
expensive though, only like $15 to get in.
Well, yeah, I know, but I will say though, even a lot of these bigger, like Universal's really big with this, or not so scary farm or whatever. But I think it's also like atmosphere too, because sometimes you got these bigger ones, you got to wait to go in. They got to build a little
there
narrative.
was one
in
I
the
went to
story.
where like you have to go really deep into like these tall grasses and like really weird, sketchy area, and then like they also have the thing set up where it's like, all right, some nights we have the ones that we're allowed to touch you, and the ones who are allowed to take you to different places, and the nights that they're not going to touch you and they're not going to go that extra mile. But even so, like all set.
Wait a second. You've been to ones where they can touch you?
well, they're like, bah! Like
No,
that.
I'm talking about like they go the extra mile and
Oh,
like,
they, like,
lift you up and like put you and strap you down and like take you away, and like you come back like later the night after God knows what happens.
That's just too much for me. That's just too
But
much.
if you're into that kind of
If you are
genre
into it,
and
you
really
know.
do want to get scared. But I feel like in the moment when you're getting tied down and like sent somewhere, like you're like, I'm all set. Like
Yeah, that's
I
a-
I wouldn't be
watch too
down
many-
with that shit.
No,
No,
that's a-
don't touch me.
I would only be okay with that in one certain location with a very certain type of person, but with strangers in a haunted ship would not be for me. I will say, like very briefly, when I was a freshman in college, the Netherlands where we used to live, not the country, the residential complex. Every Halloween we would have a haunted house contest. Each house would be given a budget, and then we'd have to make all the administrators, who were all elderly, go through, and we had to have the scariest house. I will say we had a lot of fun. We kind of did like a carnival theme. I'm trying to remember what my role was, but I do remember my one girl, Tess. We put some like red food dye on some ramen, and we had one guy just eating off of. We poured it on her stomach. He's eating the ramen. He's like, "Oh man, I love like Chinese, Japanese food." And then I don't know what the hell I was there, but made all the fun. But the best one, I will say, the best one was in the business house. Those business kids were insane. So what happens was they found a bunch of garbage bags from the maintenance closet, and they took them and they used them to make a maze inside of like one of like the big common rooms. Ooh. And when you finally make it to the end, and you time to go, and then they go, you have to go back the other way, so you have to turn around and go back the way you came in. And I'm like, yo, that's brilliant. So hopefully you were paying attention. And then when you're going back the other way, they had like round 2 scares for you. So that was absolutely brilliant. So hats off to that. I don't even remember what I did.
I like mazes. I've
Corn
yet to go to
mazes?
a corn maze, but I want to go to one.
I'm afraid I'll get lost. I know I'll get lost. I know I'll get lost, and they'll close without me, and all I'll have to eat is corn, and it's not cream, so what's the point?
At least it's not candy corn.
So this is a good idea. So if we were all, it could be just the 3 of us, or it could be the 8 main hosts of Mass Music Radio. What would be some iconic Mass Music Radio group costumes that we could do? If we were all pop into the club.
In the club.
Or something like that. Or like we're all like competing. All I know, or doing a show. All I know is that I think it would be funny to just randomly dress up as another host.
Like
Each other?
Yeah, we
don't have like all distinct like apparel.
Hawaiian shirts, long black hair.
Yeah, I could think you are pretty distinguishable, but like I don't know,
Listen.
I mean, I guess if like we really had the makeup team to really
if we had some professional wig makers, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fantastic. I would like that. I think if we were to all the cast of Scooby Doo, that would be great.
Ooh,
you know?
you'd be Fred.
I think I'd be Fred, but also we don't have to go like
everyone's fighting for Fred.
Who looks like who? I'd be perfectly fine being Velma.
I know I could be Velma
or Scooby or whatever.
All right, everybody, like Zoink Scoob.
Yoink Scoob.
No,
I'd be
Scooby. No, Shaggy.
I'd be Scoob, dude.
Oh, but that was a good Scooby.
You and Scooby go down there, and me and Velma and what's the other chick's name?
So you're Daphne.
Daphne will go all the way over here alone in
Fred,
the private suite room.
Fred, Daphne, and Velma are all gonna go in one place on their own.
What a savage to always separate you and the ladies and the dog and the stoner. Like, yeah, you guys go over there and actually go find the goblin or ghoul.
But
me
then
and the ladies will go upstairs and figure things out.
No, but usually Velma
us know
would be
when
off
you're
doing
done.
her own thing. Yeah, but no, yeah. So that'd be, I'm trying to think of what other cool thing we could do. Probably like a cast from like a sitcom, or like maybe some of us could be like the Beatles, and the other ones could be like the Monkees.
What
or
about
something.
The Office?
That could be fun.
Office would be fantastic. I would like that.
Or how about? Oh man, how about some? I honestly, I don't know why.
I would be a Mark if we all just like had Power Rangers costumes. Just the fun and energy from being all like
Is he the red one?
Power Rangers and just being in spandex. I think it'd be fantastic.
Is he the red one?
I don't know what I'm fine with being any color, honestly.
I don't
see color, Ronnie Rivera doesn't see color.
Goodness.
Well, he's got shades on. So
I got shades on, and I'm too drunk to see color.
I don't know why. I really, for some reason, because there was one episode where the season finale of a season was me, Shlomo, you, and Bowe. And I don't know why, but I'm like, yo, what if the four of us were just the Golden Girls? I'm all like,
pretty funny.
Shlomo, no, I think I would be Blanche. You'd be Rose. You'd be Dorothy. I think
I would be Betty White.
He looks just like a Dorothy.
I don't really know the Golden Girls like that.
Well, there's the sultry Southern one who's always talking about the passion in the moment.
Yeah,
and that'd be me. But I'm also a good Dorothy because it's all sarcasm and wit. But then I feel like Bowe would be like Rose because sometimes just stuff just flies over his head. Like for example, like somebody like oh, I just heard yesterday that Janine just came out as trans. I'm like, oh really? And then Bowe would be like, trans what? Stuff like that. That'd be stuff that
I didn't
Betty
watch
White
that
used to
show
do.
too much, but I'd say we could do some wrestlers. Some wrestlers, dude.
That'd be fantastic.
The only one I can do, the only two I could do are Paul Bearer and China, because China's dead, and Paul
Bearer's dead too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is the Gravedigger a wrestler, or is he still a monster truck?
Well, are you talking about the Undertaker?
No, the Gravedigger.
The Gravedigger.
I'm pretty sure he's a monster truck.
Maybe he's a monster truck.
Oh yeah.
You could be a Paul Bear. That's
a great
perfect.
Paul
You'd be
Bear.
a great Paul Bear.
I was doing my Paul Bear was an impersonation of James's Paul Bear on one random episode we were talking about WWE people, and I just kept dropping China.
You know who I would be? The Heartbreak Kid.
No, you wouldn't be, but I think you could really pull off because of the beard now. Especially this look gives me that inspiration. Is Macho Man. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah. I want to be Shawn Michaels, dude.
No, I love the accent. He's always all like, "Are you ready for some excitement? Yeah, snap it to a Slim Jim."
I saw an interview that he did. I think it was with Arsenio Hall recently. Well,
yes.
it wasn't recent. I saw it recently.
What whatever happened to him?
And he's like, "Hey, you're a macho man. Do you ever cry? You're a macho man." He goes, "Let me tell you something, brother. I've flown with the eagles and I've slithered with the snakes and I've been everywhere in between." And he's like, "It's okay to show every emotion there is to show." And he's like, "You just do your thing, and when you get knocked down, you stand at 8 count and you get up, and that's the macho man way."
That's awesome. What an answer to a question.
It is an amazing one.
I showed my mom, and she just like didn't get it, or she just didn't think it was funny. I'm like, look how poetic this is.
It's Macho Man.
I've flown with the eagles and slithered with the snakes. Gave me chills.
And then he slapped it to a Slim Jim. snap it to a Slim Jim. I understand. So, if you had the funds and the creative skills,
Yes.
how would you decorate the front of your home to beckon in the trick-or-treaters? This we got to see up close.
If I had like Zuckerberg money, if I
Yeah,
had,
like,
if
you
I
pretty
had
much- you had a
Shlomo
whole
Bowe
team.
money, if I had fucking big time money,
Yeah, if we were like competing on a reality show for best Halloween front of
I would
house.
get the fucking house from Monster House, that animated fucking movie with the house that's
yeah.
alive and it's like, and it sucks you in and stuff. And this crazy movie. You ever see this?
No.
I only seen parts of it. I remember I think they did a hell of a job promoting it as a kid. Like they
Yes.
really like
Pushed
dug
it.
that in to the point where I don't think I've seen the full movie, but I've seen parts of it. And I just remember seeing the promotion for it. But it's basically a house that's alive, and these kids are just like, oh! I forget why they have to go to the house. I have a vague memory of like I think it was probably the fatter kid just like bugging out when the house is alive.
I
Like,
just
maybe
remember
eat something.
the one shot from the commercial when they're inside the house. They got the ginger girl's like, "That must be the uvula." Oh, so it's a girl house.
I might have to watch this movie now. That's pretty funny.
Is it kind of a thing like with me with Back to the Future where you've watched it throughout the years in chunks and you kind of know what it's like?
Yeah, I feel like I've
in
seen
its
the
entirety?
ending of, I seen the ending of it, and I just really remember seeing the commercials for it as a kid, being like, "I'm not seeing that."
It's sad on how they made the house come alive. It's a really interesting story, and Steve Buscemi really sells
Steve
the drama.
Buscemi?
He plays the owner of the house. He's all like, "Get out of my house!" But he's a lot
weird-looking
angrier.
dude.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Shlomo, what about you?
What would I do to put my house? Oh, let's
Yeah,
see.
to really decorate, just go all out.
Well,
Let me think.
there'd have to be some sort of either projection mapping on the front of the door, or I want to get a soundscape, like a little ghoul, like woo. Maybe some fog, some low-lying fog.
Yeah,
I might have to do that. I might get a fog machine because I would love. I have a haze
And we
machine.
don't have one already.
I have a haze machine, which is a little different, but yeah, I might get a fog machine this year and put it on the front porch. Scare the kids.
Have you guys ever seen or at least heard of the movie? I think it's called Arrival.
No, I've only heard Departures.
Yeah, I bet.
The Departed.
Long story short, it's about these aliens that come to Earth, but they're actually aliens from the future, and they come back to tell us how we're all of our mistakes, and they're trying to, because they need us for the future to save their race.
Gotcha.
So it's like a partnership. But the way that it's like is like, say you're going to my house, and for some reason, right when you go in the gate, there's haze everywhere, just absolutely just haze. And then somehow we'll have like a big paper mache, just like big. It's like a big squid alien, and it's always like making like smoke circles of like black smoke. And then they finally go through, and it'll like reach out, and when it finally like goes, it opens up, candy.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you'll be so disoriented, you won't know how to get out. I mean, you'll get out eventually. By November 1st, we'll turn the fog off, and then you'll be able to get out. So just something cool like that.
Yeah.
Again,
That'd be
that's
nice.
just me, though. So let me see. Oh, based off of our personalities, what do you think would be the type of candy that we would give out? James, to me, just seems like Doritos and Snickers.
Doritos?
I don't know where you're getting Doritos from. I kind of take offense to that. It's fucking weird to give out chips. I'm dying.
Hey, Einstein.
Fuck Einstein.
Yeah, Einstein's come back to haunt you, dude.
I'll say this. I think if I was giving out candy based off my personality,
No,
kind
off
of
of
a fun
us.
question.
Off of us.
Off of you guys?
Like, what? Based on our personalities, what do you think?
Oh,
If
I
I
think
were
you
going to
guys-
give you candy, what do you think I would give you? Based on our personalities. But part of me thinks James is kind of a ring pops kind of guy.
I like that. All right. I feel like Antonio would give out Smarties and Smarties and whatchamacallits.
Man, I don't even know.
Because they're fun to say.
Whatchamacallit, that's right.
Yeah.
Michael Scott.
Shlomo
What would I give out?
was giving out freaking Snickle Fritz. I don't know.
I've never heard of those.
Nah, he's giving out fucking Tootsie Rolls over there.
Nah, you know I don't fuck with Tootsie
Giving
Rolls
out. Well,
like
that's
that.
why you're giving them out, because you're not gonna eat them, so you're giving them
You
out.
want them to get rid of them.
For me, I thought the question's about me personally. I think it'd be funny if like I was in front of my lawn and I had a bunch of things of Butterfingers, and I was like throwing them at the kids, and I was
whip
like,
them?
"There you
Well,
go,
James,
Butterfingers."
Put a cap on that. We'll be back to that.
Oh,
Nice
I'm sorry.
catch, Butterfingers.
I,
That's my favorite.
I can totally see Shlomo because I already said. Well, I feel like James is more. I think he would do like Snickers, something like that, because I love Snickers, and Snickers is pretty much the perfect chocolate. Bulk up, I feel like Shlomo. I'm kind of leaning towards Starbursts.
Yeah, I give out some Starbursts.
I can see you giving out
The
Starbursts.
little 2-packs or the full ones?
A couple like of the full pack, so maybe hopefully you'll get a chance to get all 4 colors.
Nah, I'd be giving out the 2-packs.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, 2 of the 4 pack. 4, yeah. Hopefully we'll just get 4 individual ones. I'm operating on no sleep. So, Shlomo, what do you think, based on our personalities, that James and I would give out?
James, I can see giving out a bunch of lollipops and just saying, "Suck on this, kid."
What kind? Dum-Dums or like the generic ones at
Any
the
of
bank?
them. No, the blow pops, the good ones.
Oh, really?
Antonio, I could see you giving out full-size candy bars, Twix, Snickers, and Reese's peanut butter cups.
Well, you're about to be incredibly disappointed. They're not going to fit in my bank.
You give them the Crunch bars or 100 grands.
I love those. Something about the rice inside. It's like the crunch rice. I don't know if it's actual rice.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Yeah, but yeah. What kind of candy do you think we'd be giving out? So, if you want no more trick-or-treaters coming to your house, no more. Like, you live in a neighborhood that just always seems to have more kids in it, and you're not a stickler, but you got stuff going on inside, and you want to just make sure the kids never come back. What kind of candy are you giving out?
I'm not even giving candy. I'm shutting the light off. See you later, buddy.
No, they know. We want candy, Shlomo.
All right.
I'm giving them a Louisville Slugger
To both headlights?
to slash a hole in all 4 tires, my friend. Disrespectful little kids just demanding candy like that.
On Halloween, how dare they?
I mean, if the lights off, that's the rule. The lights off. Don't come a knocking, or you're going to be knocking on the ground, picking up your teeth.
Well, Al-Qaeda got into your lights, and they're not turning off until November 1st, so you better give out some candy.
So if I have to somehow give out candy, even though I don't want them to take the candy.
You're giving these out of spite. You're so sick of these kids, and you want them to never come back.
New York peppermint patties. Them shits are going to be there next morning. No one's taking those. No one's taking those.
Here. Those are gross. Whoppers.
Those are edible. Those aren't great.
No, I do not care for them. My alternate choice would be...
Because you got to suck on them. You got to suck on them until they get soggy, and then they just melt in your mouth.
Is it like a cookie inside?
Is that how it goes?
That's how it goes, my friend.
Bring back to episode 1 of season 2, Apocalypse. A lot of sucking. For our loyal listeners. Or the Galaxy Milky Ways, which is like Milky Way with dark chocolate.
Yep.
Trash.
I can get your dislike of them. Again, there's far worse other options. So, edible.
Man, I guess...
say.
Yeah.
They're edible.
So, what kind of spite candy are you giving the kids to make them never come back?
If I want them to never come back,
Dots.
I'm surprised at how many people
I
actually
hate
like
dots.
Dots.
Yeah, they're getting dots. They're gonna get actually, I was gonna say Crunch because growing up, I just didn't like their packaging. Crunch is actually bomb as hell.
That's why I love Nestle
You're gonna
Crunch.
get the yellow package of M&Ms.
Well, peanut
peanut
M&Ms.
ones.
Some people really like them.
Well, I'm
I
not
don't.
like some people. Not a fan.
So I think you might be able to relate to this more so, but maybe James. Have you ever? Because I know this is a very big in Jewish culture.
Yeah.
The chocolate coins. Have you ever gone to like a coin that you expect is chocolate and you unfurl it and it's just fucking gum?
No, I don't even know.
That's a new type of pain, a new type of hurt. Because my grandpa, long may he rest, owned a store, and I always thought he had chocolate like coins. They were gum coins, and I was always disappointed. They were really hard, and the best way to describe it would be glassy. I'm like, Grandpa, why?
He's like, suck on this, buddy. Listen, I personally, I've said this before in the podcast. When you get a thing, usually it's a heart shape, but any sort of chocolate platter with little individual ones.
The samplers, yes.
The worst is when you bite into it and it's that like flaky coconut one. Maybe I'd give those out. I know kids would. If I got that, I'd never come back to the house.
You mean Minnie Mounds bars?
Yeah.
So many Office references this episode.
Ugh.
Almond Joy is like the chocolate coconut. I like them. I actually said the other day I disliked them when I was growing up, but then I've matured and became an adult, and I can appreciate the chocolate coconut candy bar. So grow up.
So, well, for me, I think usually the coconut candies just stay from mom anyway. She loves coconut. So, back into the spirit of the competition. James, you were already kind of talking about this. So, we're competing against one another. You live on number 9, I live on number 11, and Shlomo lives on number 13. House. We're competing to earn the respect of the neighborhood kids. What are the candies that we give out? They can have their choice of one chocolatey one and one fruity one.
Strippers and blow.
Okay, what kind of candy are they giving out?
Blow.
Like cocaine?
Yeah.
Was this for the kids or for the parents?
For the kids and the parents.
Well, what you could do is blow for the parents and pixie sticks for the kids.
Sometimes teach their own.
I would give out 100 grand bars and a purple bag of Skittles.
To get the kids to go to your house?
To make them respect me.
Oh, respect you.
Yeah, they want to respect you.
They want to respect you.
Like, they want to go, yo, James Askins at 9 Cherry View Street Terrace is the best Halloween house this generation. Because he gives out
my combination?
Yeah, one chocolate candy and one fruity candy.
Easy. It's kind of an interesting one. A little bit of outside the box. Not the first answer. Reese's peanut butter cups. The 4-pack. Fucking, I'm a rich house.
Though.
Yeah, big one.
King size.
King size.
The all-time best candy, no matter what. Your answer is wrong if it's not Reese's peanut butter cups.
Great
the
choice.
Fruity one, debatable whether or not it's even a candy, but it's unique. It's different.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
No, you don't. Gushers.
Oh.
A little package of Gushers. Because I guarantee you something. You open up your big sack of candy at the end of the night, you're going to have every candy under the sun. But a random pack of Gushers?
That would
James
slap.
Askins' house.
That would slap. I got you beat,
I thought you were going
though.
to say Welch's Fruit Gummies.
Well, kind of the same family.
Well, no, there's no corny gooiness inside them.
Yeah, no corny gooey. Everyone knows you need some corny gooiness.
Finish strong,
Inside
Shlomo.
Well,
You want the kids want your you
the
want to earn
kids,
the kids'
man,
respect.
you know what they're going to get? They're going to get a package of green, which is the sour Skittles.
Ooh.
And they're going to
Gross.
get a fruit roll-up.
Where's the chocolate?
Do I have to pick a chocolate?
Yes, that's what the question requests.
Alrighty then. For a chocolate, I'm going to give them the Hershey Kisses, but with the caramel in it.
Oh, that just screams Christmas for me.
That's true.
I would wait, no complaints.
Actually, scratch that. You know what they're getting? Kinder Bueno
No,
bars.
it's too late. You already did Hershey Kisses.
I'll
All
take them
right.
right out the vending machine.
Right, rando kids who somehow are watching our show. Whose respect would you give? Number.
Come see Captain Jack Sparrow, brother.
Eat my Gushers, or you end up with a Gusher.
Come see Sweeney
Oh my
Todd
god.
above the pie shop on Fleet Street. And before we go, I have a couple of fun. Wait a second. Hold on. Now, last Halloween was a year away, and in between then, I got a pretty good job, so I was able to come into some money. So I decided to resurrect the famous Halloween game, Keep or Kick,
Ooh.
with a little twist. Just a little twist.
A little Oliver Twist.
Little twist right there. Grab it and twist it. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What is this?
Keep or kick. Oh, and knife.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever on MMR Talks, we are having a live taste test, Keep or Kick.
Wow.
Please, that's from the
I'm not going to
90s.
touch it.
Well, anyway. So,
Getting close.
I have 9 candies. Some of you may have heard of. Some you may not have heard of. We're going to try them right now, and there might be a lot of chewing, so we might get cut out. So it might just skip straight to the opinion. So, let's draw the first candy. Not so. We're just going to make sure there are no more knives in here. So,
Is this vegan safe?
are you vegan now?
Yeah.
Kosher?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll do our best. So, first one. It's stuck on something. All right. So, the first candy we have is Zotz Frizz Power Candy. Anybody ever heard of these things right here?
It's like a warhead or no?
I have no idea. I've never had them before. But for keeper kick, we'll try anything. And I would like a blue one. We have strawberry, watermelon, and apple. What do you guys want?
Strawberry.
We have a grape one, too.
I guess I gotta go apple.
The one at the very bottom.
I'll take whatever.
No. James is going to get his.
I just kind of said that one because of the whole apple talk earlier.
I know. And we come full circle. So it's called Zots. I have no idea what's in these.
Made in Italy.
Made in Italy. So I'm very excited because we've never done a live. Okay, I was worried that.
What is this?
I hope this doesn't take too long. So, all right, here we go. A salute. So we're just gonna keep talking.
I tapped out.
No good.
I don't like it.
What's wrong with it?
It's just a piece of shitty candy.
What specifically is wrong with it?
Well, it's just like the texture of it. You know, it's kind of like a warhead, but it's not sour. It just tastes like an apple, and it tastes a bit.
There
cheap.
must be something in the middle that makes
this
it.
is good, bro. I like this one. Strawberry is good.
Strawberry sounds good. I mean,
maybe because you grabbed the apple one.
I just said apple because of the whole apple talk earlier.
Fair point.
So maybe that's why I don't like it. What is blue? The blue raspberry?
Blue raspberry. There's also orange and there's grape. If you want to take another swing at it.
I'm not going to take a swing. We have plenty of other candy.
What do you want? Okay. There's got to be something in the middle, and we can't just be sitting here for 20 minutes gnawing on these.
Well, chew. Get in there.
It's a hard candy.
Get in there. Suck harder, bro.
I'll break a tooth.
Keep sucking, bro.
You know, I think for now, if I had to guess, it says fizz power candy, so I'm guessing
there's fizzy in the middle.
There's got to be fizzy in the middle.
There's something coming out of the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little sour. It's good, though.
That sounds
sweet.
It sounds awful.
So, I think for the time being, I'm going to give this a keep.
I'm keeping it. It's good.
I'm kicking it.
You're kicking it?
I'm kicking it.
Our first kick of the night, ladies and
Try
gentlemen.
the strawberry.
Ooh, the fizz is coming out from the crack.
Sounds gross.
The fizz is coming out from the crack.
I'm not a big fan of fizz from the crack.
Cracks.
I'm not sure about that.
We're going to finish that later. That's nice and sweet.
Yeah.
I'm positive about that.
So, Shlomo. Oh, look at this. You can't see. There's the fizz coming out of the cracks.
Ugh.
So there's got to be some sort of like granulated powdered rock to be in there. But Zots right now is a kick for me.
Keeping it.
Would you like that in your Halloween mix?
Sure.
I've never seen it before. I've always seen them, but I've never had them. So tell me when, folks.
When?
Oh no, that's the bonus one. I lied. We have 10. But all right, so already here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our next candy is Fruit Salad by Barrett. Fruit Salad. So this is, I'm guessing, some sort of chew that tastes of both pineapple and raspberry. So everyone's going to grab one.
I'm actually allergic to raspberries.
Oh.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
You sure?
I've seen you drink a raspberry lime, Ricky, you bullshitter.
Good catch. So I know I don't like pineapple, so that's just me though. I am not a fan of. I love raspberry. I do not like pineapple.
Fruit salad.
Look at that. It's a nice little mix. You got orange
salad.
and pink.
Yummy.
All right, let's
So
go.
it's a Starburst.
It's a lot harder than one. There was a chewy candy in the past that was like really like. Did you even chew it?
I chewed it. Yeah, one chew.
You know what? It's actually not that bad.
I just.
It's not that good either.
I disagree. I don't like it.
It's a. Hold on
I
a
don't
second.
like it.
I don't know if it's now both flavors are coming out, but it's not a bad balance right now.
Mm.
And I don't like pineapple. I like it. It's not bad.
It's getting stuck to my teeth, dude.
Fruit
Nah.
salad, man.
I'm all set.
So I'm gonna keep a fruit salad. It's not that bad. It's not my favorite, but
Ugh.
so far we have Zots is in the keep category.
How do you spell? If I were to put this on Yelp, how do you spell? Ugh. Because that's what
UEGH and some K's.
It's not as,
at least 2 K's.
my
not
official
3.
review is it's not as bad as Zots, but it's very not good. It's very not good. It's very lackluster, is what I would say. It's a lackluster candy.
I didn't wash that down.
I know I was supposed to grab a chaser, but I drank it all. This is called the Nestle Lion Bar. Our first chocolate of the evening.
Spicy.
According to the back, it is filled with caramel and wheat cereals. You know, like the Rice Krispie stuff.
It's like a protein bar.
Covered with milk chocolate. That's why I brought the knife, so we'll just cut it into little pieces. So, have you guys, what was the last time you guys had chocolate?
I had chocolate last night at your mother's house. I'm just joking.
Not impossible. I wasn't there, so
okay.
you could have stopped by because, we're having conversations about
Maybe.
Costumes.
No, I haven't had chocolate. I had
Show the camera what this thing looks like.
the last piece of chocolate
a brown
I had.
pickle.
Like duty.
Brown
Honestly,
duty.
if I'm being
That's a
entirely
big
honest.
brown pickle.
We're just eating shit out of a candy wrapper.
Hey, they wouldn't sell it if it wasn't good.
It's not true.
Who wants the butt?
I had the Hershey's.
James?
I have the butt.
Yep.
You
Give him the
know,
booty.
We called it. So,
I'll
here,
take this one.
the last chocolate I had was the cookies and cream Hershey's candy bar this past.
look at this. You guys can't see the layers in here. You can see the crunch around it and the caramel around it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Okay.
that's pretty good.
All right.
The Lion Bar?
By Nestle.
I would never buy it, but it's good.
There's just a whole... Can you not put... We have to use that plate to cut other stuff.
Oh.
So, I'm going to keep.
I'm keeping it. James took the most minuscule bite of that ever.
James is so...
Eat the whole damn thing.
No, thank you. I keeping it though. I'm keeping it.
No, you're not.
Hey,
Again, I said I'm not gonna go to the store ever in my life and go buy this. But if it was there in my room and I was really stoned, I'd go for it.
well, you got to think of it like this. Like, you're a kid,
Mhm.
and this got dropped in your bucket.
It seems like very cheap candy. Very cheap.
It's not when I bought it. Well, it's not American brand.
Where do
so
you get this candy?
I shan't say, but for those who are very observant, they'll know exactly where I got it.
Okay.
James, this is for you.
Suspicious.
Because you were just described something that I would give out. It's called Smarties. However, these are
What did
not
I tell
American
you?
Smarties. These are English Smarties.
English.
In a little paper
They
thing.
call them brilliants.
Hilarious.
That is way funnier than it needs to be, but good job, Shlomo.
Thanks.
All right,
I'll be here all week.
all right, hand out. We'll just get a little patter there, a little patter
nice.
over here, some green, and one for...
It's like a little pill.
All right.
This is gonna make me start sweating.
All right. It's just kind of like a big M&M.
It's a Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces.
No, it's as if a Reese Piecey and an M&M
Had a baby.
had a baby.
Do you guys taste peanut butter? I don't taste
and I
peanut
ate
butter.
it.
I don't taste peanut butter
I
at
taste
all.
peanut butter.
I don't taste peanut butter at all.
Oh, I'm tasting chocolate.
I think it's just the big M&M. That's how it tastes to me.
Okay.
They repackaged it.
Yeah, some fake M&Ms. Yeah, keep them. We're keeping them.
I'm gonna kick it because
Wow.
there's a better version.
It's called an M&M.
This is a
called
better
the
version
M&M.
than the past three candies we just had.
Oh yeah? What's better than a Zotz?
A warhead. Like anything.
I don't like sour.
Dude, warheads are.
All right, Shlomo, it's even. Where are you going? Keep or kick?
I'll keep them. I have no reason to kick them. I ate it. It was good.
Smarties. Right now we're 3 for kicks, 3 for keeps, 1 for kick. R.I.P. fruit salad. So the next
Fruit
Condi,
salad was garbage.
it was not as bad as I thought. Oh, this one. This is an easy keep. We have the classic for our UK viewers, Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Never heard of it. Let's do it.
It's literally just like it would be their Hershey bar over there. Like the people in Europe despise American chocolate. I don't know if you guys ever heard about that. They think it tastes disgusting.
Because they're
to them.
salty because we fucking beat them in the war.
No,
That's why.
it's a chemical thing. They say like they say it tastes like vomit. They that's what they say. But
They fucking... They're the ones to be talking, dude. These blokes.
break off
They don't
a
season their
piece,
food.
Shlomo. Break off a piece. All right, you got 2 pieces.
Pure chocolate.
James, pour vous. And 1 for good old Antonio. Did you...
I got a piece of chocolate in my nose.
I'm sorry. You know what? I knew that we were strapped for time, so I should have broken it in half. I will say this is actually a candy that I actually really do enjoy. It's nice and
chocolate.
It's creamy.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice and creamy.
This is good
Compare-
chocolate.
It is. This is like their de facto like chocolate bar, the Cadbury Dairy Milk over in the UK. So I'm gonna give it a keep.
I'm sure there's probably like less sugar in it too.
I do not have anything to compare it to, but let's
Right.
see. According to them, sugar. Uh, no more dead air. I can't find it.
Speaking of sugar, any of y'all heard about sugar mamas?
From the
Do you
Broad
know any?
family?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Shlomo, those ones. I'm gonna give it. Einstein again. Einstein's at it again. I'm gonna give it a keep.
I'm keeping them.
Let's keep them, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing good for the keeps.
I think so.
All right, what else we got? I really don't want to swallow this right now, so
I feel like
That's
this,
what she said.
one of these is gonna be poison, and this is revenge from when you got poisoned at that event.
But you guys didn't
Oh, he's
do
getting
it.
back
It
to
wasn't
us?
your fault. It was not.
I think it was Shlomo's fault. He was your supervisor at the time.
It wasn't my fault, but I was definitely there. I will say.
You invited Antonio, no?
Yes.
I
Then you're
wanted
at
a little
fault.
action, but all these real estate women knew I had no money, and they didn't want to talk to me. Speaking of poison candy, I think I found it right here, James. Let me just finish this chocolate because I just sit there and enjoy it. So why don't the two of you talk for like a minute or so?
Well, one thing about myself that I like to be a part of is having fun at Halloween parties. Are you going to do some kind of explosion or something? Just do it.
No, I'm trying to finish this chocolate.
Oh my God. Well, it's putting a lot of pressure on me right now. to
I
talk.
got you, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll pick it up in the conversation category.
Sure.
So James brought up Halloween parties. There was this one time in the kitchen, and there was this guy dressed as Wolverine,
Oh,
man.
my God.
No, listen.
Oh. Yeah, and
Listen, I've seen some things go down at Halloween parties. Some crazy stuff. But nothing more crazier than Scooby Bowe stealing a piece of chicken right off the table and then peeing all over my floor like a little menace. He was a puppy, so we'll let it slide. However, things get even crazier. Actually,
this is all Halloween.
yeah, these memories are sort of
Rubbing together.
They're rubbing
I thought
together.
The chicken, I thought the
That was
chicken
the
one
chick-
was
that was a different
Gianni,
night.
and that was
Oh no. I just rubbed my eye. Am I still good? I'm not
Yeah.
used to having makeup on. Let's see. That was definitely a different story.
I have it ready. I finished the chocolate.
Okay, well let's rock it.
So, if you guys loved the if you guys loved the fruit salad, you're gonna love its cousin, the blackjack.
That sounds awful, but let's try it.
I'm not gonna tell you what's in it because I'd never heard of this thing before.
It's in all black packaging. This doesn't look great.
So I will tell you what it is after you take a bite. So I'm just gonna unwrap it here. I'm gonna take a look at James.
I always-
make
you
sure he
know
takes a
what?
bite.
I don't know if you guys do this too. Most new food, I will give it the sniff test.
Oh no!
This smells like charcoal,
It does.
and it's like black tar.
Let's show the folks, James.
I'm not even going to eat this.
Oh no! Oh no!
It did not pass the smell test. Not eating
No,
it.
I'm sorry. I took a little James bite. James actually ate the whole thing, but
Look at that face.
no, I don't like it. Kick, I think.
Yeah.
What is it?
It is pretty much a gum, made of aniseed. ANISEED, aniseed, which I'm pretty sure is just a spice. This was awful. This is one that I was loathing trying. I know we're all gonna kick it anyway, so
Oh, my
Kick.
fingers to smell now. That was gross.
that stunk. I did,
It didn't pass the smell test, so I didn't even have to suffer.
and I'm almost out of Code Red. Happy Halloween, everybody!
Kick it.
For those who don't
I'd
remember.
kick that so far off the Fall River Bridge you wouldn't even see it.
I
Yeah.
also kick it.
God, that was awful. Oh, class. Oh man, I wish I got a chaser. I could still taste it. It's awful.
Ugh.
Have you guys ever seen Pocky?
Ooh, I love Pocky.
I haven't had Pocky in so long. James, what about you? Ever heard of Pocky?
Never heard of Pocky. I had a friend named Pocky though.
Shlomo, do you want to fill in what Pocky is while I open it?
Sure. Pocky, as far as
At
my
least this
memory
one.
serves me, when I was younger, we had a 2-family house, and the tenants in the first floor were a Vietnamese family, and we
No.
used to snack on this. We'd play The Simpsons Hit and Run,
Classic.
and we'd eat it. It's basically like a little breadstick, and on 85% of it So you have a little bit here to hold on to, but then the rest of it is dipped in some chocolate, and it's a wonderful snack.
These are the at-home rapid COVID tests, no?
Well, before that,
Stick it right up your nose, dude. You get some extra seasoning on it.
I used to love these growing up.
Where the hell did you get this thing, dude?
I'll tell you later. Don't worry about it. Well, actually, in Quincy, they're pretty much everywhere because of our immense Asian population.
What do you think, James?
Cheap candy. Not a fan.
No good?
I'm going to keep it, though. Again, chocolate, you really can't go wrong. But compared to the other abysmal selections that we've had, it's keep.
I'm going to do it
again, it tastes cheap.
Keep, but it's cheap. I like
Keep,
that.
but it's cheap.
I'm going to do what SpongeBob did when just like drag his teeth just to try and salvage the chocolate.
Yeah. Like one of those things you eat slowly. Like how I eat a Reese's peanut butter cup, I munch on the edges.
I will
work
say
my way through it.
I do too that because it's just so
the
satisfying
edges?
going to the middle. Yeah,
like
exactly.
a little beaver.
like a wee little mouse.
And then I insert the hockey puck.
Oh, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I just eat the whole fucking thing in one bite and just chomp it.
You're a
It's
menace to society.
So I guess we got another keep for
There's
Pocky.
only two. You only get two usually.
That's why you gotta make it last. I'm like beaver and then hockey puck. Sometimes I do the half bite. Actually, I'm a half biter.
Oh,
Beaver, half bite,
yeah.
half bite.
This is actually probably a very iconic bar in and of itself, even though we've never heard of it. It's pretty much the umbrella name for one of the big chocolate companies in America. It is the Mars Bar.
Oh, that's really cool. So I listened to this podcast called OSW.
MMR Talks. Oh.
OSW, Old School Wrestling, and they do this thing where a wrestler is, wearing a ridiculous outfit, and they say, "What bar is this particular wrestler?" And you have to match the attire of the person to a candy bar. And a Mars bar has come up as someone that had black, red, and yellow attire. So, like, what bar would Antonio be right now? Antonio has a white shirt with a black tie.
It's supposed to be a tie. I know exactly.
So, what's a candy bar or like a food item? You would be a blackjack. Antonio is a blackjack.
Dude.
Or if you want to be, happy, the cookies and cream, the Oreos.
Oh, yeah.
Cookies and cream Hershey bar.
What bar?
So the Mars bar, for those who don't know, like me, is chocolate.
It's a little gooey.
It's chocolate,
Looks
caramel.
real gooey.
and this is Spanish.
Chocolate.
Chocolate with soft nougat with a caramel center. So feel free to have one. Shlomo, do you want the butt this time?
I'll take the booty in true pirate
James, have
fashion.
that juicy innard.
What a way to put it. All right, you ready? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nougat, baby.
Mm-hmm.
This is good stuff.
Because it's like a Three Musketeer, but a little more.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. I'm not a big fan of Three Musketeers, but would you say that the Mars, if for those who do like it, I think the Mars bar overtakes the Three Musketeer? And James, go back for another bite.
Yeah. This
Might
is
as well
revolutionary. You do this one bite little sampler. This
I
is the
will
whole
say,
thing.
when we turn the cameras off, is anyone going to take any of this home?
I will definitely take more.
There's nothing so far that I want. Besides maybe
Blackjacks.
this Mars bar.
Well, you
Best
guys-
candy yet.
Well, I don't know, Shlomo. I
Keep
don't know, James. We do have our last candy, which I'm literally... If the Blackjack was the one that I was afraid to try, this one I'm loading dry because I've had this before, and I'm not going to spray anymore. We have the Satellite Wafers.
I'm
What
gonna
is
pass in this one. Pass.
Why? Why?
Because those don't
had
look,
one?
those don't look great to me.
they
They don't pass the look test.
The look test.
Yeah.
So the Satellite Wafer is kind of like, James, have you ever been a practicing Catholic?
No.
So they don't really do this in Judaism. So every month, every week, you go and receive the body of Christ, and it's this little wafer, which is branded with the Holy Seal. This has that texture, but the Satellite Wafers have a little something extra inside.
Got the all white one.
Well, mine's orange and blue. Do you want to hold
There's
one
something.
at least?
There's nerds in here.
Oh, I'm sure they can't.
You
afford
disappointed
nerds.
me not bringing us our Wonder.
Is
Wonder
this
Bar.
edible, dude? This doesn't look edible to me.
No, it is. It feels like styrofoam. It feels like
Eat it. Put it in your mouth.
Look who's
Eat
talking.
it. No, eat
You
it.
cannot judge us when you are opting out of
He
this
passed in the blackjack. I'm the only person that ate a blackjack.
So
I had a blackjack.
whole thing or just the?
one. I'm happy. Well,
There's,
how about you bite
Eat it.
half of it and
you
look
can't
inside?
see on the.
Don't even
cameras,
chew it.
but-
Don't even chew it. Just swallow it.
Oh
my God.
Oh no.
You're just eating plastic, my
Well,
friend.
no. This is like a bag of chips. Okay, I can see through this, and there's about, if this was the equivalent of a bag of chips, there's about maybe 5 to maybe 7% of this little thing is filled with something in the middle. I'm gonna do the whole thing.
I don't like
Oh,
it.
wow. I did not expect you to do that.
What a fucking beast, dude.
It's all right. Not so bad.
James, there's a plate underneath the other plate.
Oh, there's like some chocolate or
Okay.
something in there.
Can I have it?
No.
Well, I want to pour out
Not
the
great,
contents so
honestly.
people know what it is.
I'm using it.
No, eat it, dude. Eat
There's
the
a
whole
plate
thing.
underneath the
Eat it.
Eat the whole thing.
I am the executive producer, and I shall omit from eating this trash.
Here's the thing: if you just eat the shell, it's not worth it.
Oh yeah, these
Those
must,
are little chocolate things. No, they're not even chocolate. They're like
they're like fake
Sprinkles.
nerds.
Sprinkles.
the sprinkles, literally like sprinkles.
Little
Exactly.
Sprinkles.
Oh yeah, that makes things so much better. I never put sprinkles on
Eat
my
it.
ice cream.
Yeah, snort it.
That's just hard candy.
Just eat the whole thing.
No, this is nasty. This is the one I bought it because maybe I thought I'd changed my mind.
No.
My young mind had made up its mind perfectly. So these are the satellite wafers, and these are
Oh, here's another one.
what a professional.
Are you fucking insane?
Not bad.
That's blackjack flavored right there.
Tough to get down. Also, there.
Yeah.
No, once you start chewing the
You're
styrofoam
eating
part,
cardboard.
it kind of disintegrates.
I'm all set.
Do you want to
Okay.
touch one at least?
I don't even want to. I don't ever want to see this ever again.
If you've ever licked a takeaway container,
Yeah, it's like a styrofoam, but it melts. It's not that bad.
well, you know what? If it's just me and you, if it's a keep and a kick, it's split because James did not have any.
Mm-mm.
I'm kicking.
I'm kicking it.
So, boy, am I thirsty. So,
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
So, for very observant viewers of the MMR Talks Halloween specials, you may remember in the very first one where I talk about how not all wax candy is bad. There was this one wax candy I remember where you have some wax, you bite off the tip, and there's got a little juice inside to drink.
Yeah. Oh no.
I found it.
Yeah.
Juice to drink on a candy.
Mm.
We have the wax sticks containing 18 fruit-flavored beverages. We got green, yellow, orange, red, and blue. And boy, am I thirsty.
I will try it.
James, you down? What kind do you want, Shlomo? I want a blue.
Surprise me.
All right, I'll just grab a red. 'cause
Don't
it's
give me
right
that
over there.
yellow one.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So, now I got to warn you. Here's how you do it. You bite off the tip right here, and you drink the innards. Do not eat the wax. Wax is not meant to be eaten. So, cheers.
Give James one. James needs one.
Oh, we'll cheers James as well.
So you're not supposed to eat the wax.
Don't never eat the wax. Cheers, James. Oh, he's getting ready. Oh,
Oh wait, I gotta bite the tip off. Hold
yeah,
on.
hold on.
It's like a candlestick.
I'm not getting any juice.
You bite it off enough.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not going.
I made it to the juice. Mm-hmm.
Feel like a gerbil.
Oh, that was gross.
What, me doing it or the whole thing in general? Boy, am I thirsty. Can I have another one?
That was pretty good.
Boy, am I thirsty.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad. That was exactly as I remembered it.
One of those little juice box where you twist off the top and drink those. That's pretty much what I
that
just
could
had.
be anything.
No, they were not juice box, but they were like, they came in a little bit of waxy thing and they had a tab at the top where you just
Go-Gurt.
twisted it. It wasn't Go-Gurt, it was juice.
I'm gonna have another one because you know what this reminds
You
me
know what I'm
of?
talking about.
This reminds me of the barrels. The little barrels. I think it's the same juice that's inside the barrels.
I don't know what barrels you're talking about.
What
Dude.
are you talking about?
The Huggy barrels, with the plastic and the aluminum top that you peel off.
I like that sound.
And
That's that.
oh,
Slurping.
yeah,
going
take
on
the camera off
over
me. I gotta go spit.
Ew.
And that's Keeper Kick, everybody. So
Kicking that. Kick.
yeah, nothing came out. So that was our first ever Mass Music Radio MMR Talks Halloween special live taste testing Keeper Kick. And now, before we go, of course, I got a nice fun question for all of you in order to conclude our Halloween. So, I'm actually going to alter this a little bit. So, your funds are unlimited. You have access to all the best talent. The sky's the limit. Chicken butt. No, I'm kidding. What does your haunted house attraction look like? Make it scary. I feel like you guys want some time for thinking. I think James is pretty ready as
Ready
is.
to go.
Go ahead.
All
I'll
right,
take
so
another
you
sip of
wake
this.
up to your wife of 10 years. You go downstairs and you got 4 kids. And you also are living with her parents. And you have breakfast. You go to work. And then you come back from work. And they're all sitting there watching your TV, eating your food, drinking your drinks.
Yeah.
And then you go in your garage to work on some stuff. And they get nagged at for not spending enough time with your kids. And then you go upstairs to her bed, and your wife, who hasn't touched you in 3 years, nags at you some more, and then you go to sleep.
As one does.
That's pretty haunted,
That's my
dude.
horror.
That's a horror.
Yeah.
Sounds like heaven to me. No, I'm kidding. At least I'm not
We should have a
alone.
family, yeah.
At least I'm not alone.
No,
so.
I don't know. That was a bad joke. But haunted house. What do I need in my haunted house? Unlimited funds. Yeah, man. I just think you need. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'd have Jack there. Jack would be there. Jack would be grabbing.
He'd be the guy.
He'd be the ticket guy. He'd be like, yeah, enjoy your fucking time in the house. Dude. You need lighting. You need some good lights, some good some strobe lighting. You need all the cast of characters of horror.
I was gonna say, do you want to utilize any intellectual properties?
I'm talking Freddy Krueger. I'm talking Jason. I'm talking Chucky the doll. I'm talking everyone here, and it's really authentic looking, real, scary stuff. I mean, what else can you add? It can be more scary than that. I don't know.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. What about you, sir?
Well, for you guys are all there. So do you guys remember? It was the last episode of season 2. It was about the last man on Earth, and the fun question I believe was, what would you build to forever immortalize your legacy? And obviously, I said the Agcaoili Center. The Agcaoili Center is
They'd be turned into a haunted house.
Oh, you'll see. So the Agcaoili Center is pretty much it's going to be like the downtown Disney of Quincy, Massachusetts. It's going to have retail, dining. It's going to have a museum and theater, nightlife. Just, and then obviously I'll be buried there, buried to rest. But come Halloween, a fog will go down on the Agcaoili Center, and we'll have our own haunted house. But the entire center will be dedicated to the glory of of Call of Duty, Black Ops, Call of Duty, Nazi zombies.
Scary stuff.
No, because I literally did think a lot about this. You would have the walk around characters of all the people that you played.
The zombies, yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll have the Nova crawlers. You'll have the characters the Four, the Marines and all that. And you can have take pictures with the wonder weapons, and you can buy the perks. But then we will have
perks for sale.
Yeah, no, well, not those, but I caught it. They tried to get me on those. I'm like, no, thank you. I don't like pills.
Side note.
Yeah,
but
no, yeah, I pretty much do a big house.
Yep.
Where you would pretty much go through a lot of the iconic locations in the game, but there's just really great scare actors just going the icon, James, you play Call of Duty Zombies, yeah. So just all those iconic zombie moments just there, and then we'll have a great old time.
Mine would be fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah.
A lot of pop-ups, people popping up. That scares me. I would have a lot of special effects. I'm talking fog machines. I'm talking wind. A lot of soundscapes, branches scratching on the glass of the
I'm
window.
terrified of branches.
Right? Scratching on the windows. I'd have maybe not people, because I don't know how you pull this off, but like we get a dummy and dress it up almost like a witch. And as you're walking by, have it like fall from one of the trees and it gets hanged. Like, scary shit.
Oh, yeah. I like
Scary
that.
shit.
That's scary.
There would have to be some sort of chainsaw guy in the back who just like chainsawing somebody's leg off or something. There would have to be, and this is an absolute must, a trap door that people fall down into.
You're gonna get
So
sued.
everyone's gonna have to know.
No. There'd be cushions. It'd
Everyone
be
signs a
fixed.
waiver, James. Everyone signs a waiver.
Okay.
You fall into a black pit of a room, and then you would have the soundscape to play the sound of snakes slithering, dude. Slither with the snakes.
Weren't you the one who used to be afraid of snakes?
I'm still not very
Cool with snakes.
cool with snakes. I'll pet one of some guys at the pier. Like, I'll pet like the side of it.
Yeah.
Will never be like, yeah, put that around my neck. No chance. But yeah, there'll be the sound of snakes. In general, just pop-ups. People popping up out of nowhere. But at the very end, there will be a gift shop, and you can buy, at certain points where there's the pop-up, there'll be the picture. Well, you get scared, take your picture. People getting, people making those hilarious, afraid faces, and then at the end, you can buy it if you want,
I actually thought of mine. I'm going to upgrade mine, and it's going to be very expensive to get a ticket to this thing. And I'm going to work a program with the state where, so like the person that's a tour guide of this haunted trip throughout the house and that's through the yard, the tour guide is going to be an ex-con that's on death row. So right off rip, when the tour begins, a fucking murderer comes and like chainsaws him for real and kills him. And that's how it starts off.
The real death?
You watch a real death before your eyes. And you're like, oh, fuck. And
Well, thank God everyone signed a waiver.
and then you got to figure your way out. And there's going to be this, regular horror house. But the visual of seeing someone get actually murdered intensely, that's you're supposed to anyway, death row, whatever, is going to be nuts.
It might only be operating for one night.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because we needed the stipulation of the death row people. I'm sure like there isn't too many people like every day going to death row, but
no, it's mainly.
Oh, I was confused. Now. I thought you meant somebody with like a life sentence would just kill someone else. You're saying somebody who's already sentenced to death.
That's about to get the chair. Instead of the chair, you're going to be the tour guide of my haunted house, and you're going to get capped for real.
They die for our amusement.
Well, anyone that's willing to pay that much to go to the world's scariest haunted house is you're gonna start off with a bang and see an actual live murder, and then get out of the house. Like once you get that initial shock of seeing that guy get chainsawed for real, you're gonna be scared.
I talk about setting the tone.
I'm in shock. I'm about to like cry laugh of how just ludicrous that is. But
you said I have the most funds. You said
that
I have the
is
funds.
rather
I'm
fun.
Setting up a program with the state. I'm going to pay taxes, and I'm going to make sure there's countrywide success for everyone. So set up this program for my most expensive haunted house, which we initially start off with a bang with an actual murder, and then everything else is going to seem such more scary after seeing that murder.
Because it could be you. Like as I'm saying, like.
You're like, wait, is this real now? Like, oh, I paid all this money to come here in this, like, this location that, like, we took a bus here, and, like, oh, my God, like, this is a fucking real murder. Like, little do they know, that person was going to die anyway. So, like, it's totally
honestly,
fine.
The state might even pay you.
I'll deal with the body and stuff, yeah.
You personally?
I'll take care of it,
You digging the holes?
Yeah, I mean, I run this place, so. Yeah.
He's speechless. He's
I am. The only thing I can think of is boy, is that unconstitutional. But we have a.
They're already going to get the chair.
Well, it's technically cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, a chainsaw probably more painful.
So, but we have a conservative Supreme Court, so I think they'd be fine with it then.
Yeah.
But wow.
Thank
you, James. That was for those who fell asleep at one point. Not anymore. But before we go. Does anyone have any good recommendations, Halloween recommendations that they want to share with our listeners. And feel free to, just go off, because I know, James, if you have a good bit, feel free to share. I know, of course, we got some.
Yeah, I need some good karma. So my suggestion for you, if you're going out partying at bars this Halloween, if you're going to other clubs, there's been an uptick in people getting drugged. Watch out for your drink. Make sure you are in charge of your drink. Some places have lids, but yeah, there's been a lot of people getting drugged recently at these venues. Be careful out there. That's my suggestion.
Do you have anything scary you want to watch or anything?
Oh, it's just
yeah, you know how the fun questions work in this show. Freddy vs. Jason.
Freddy vs. Jason. And I think the most recent Purge was pretty good.
Was that the one where the kids saw in the theater and they both got shot in the back of the head?
I'm not too sure.
The first Purge, I think that was. Boy, was that a shadow over that movie. We're back to the death. So, I have a few recommendations that I'd like to share. So, obviously, I'd like to recommend the musical Sweeney Todd. Now, I actually did mention something like this last week, but there is going to be a Broadway revival of Sweeney Todd, and your boy is going.
Let's go.
I'm going to go in May. I already got my tickets. For some reason, it's cheaper to go in May. I saved $50, but hey, I'm
not bad.
Fifth row, not bad. But Sweeney Todd, for those who don't know, apparently it's a lot of people. It's about a guy named Sweeney who comes back to get revenge on a judge who pretty much ruined his family. Long story short, the judge is like, yo, dude, your wife is hot. Can I do stuff to her? And he's like, yo, no, you can't do that. So then, I'm a judge, so you're going to jail in Australia. So Sweeney's out of the picture for 15 years. The judge then sexually violates his wife, who's so ashamed that she poisons herself. And then, here's what extra sick, I love villainousness like this. So the judge's like, oh man, their 1-year-old daughter doesn't have anybody, so I'm going to take her in myself. And she grows up to look a lot like her mom. He's like, oh, I want to marry my ward. She's all hot. And he actually, even though...
the judge?
He's the judge. He's a real nasty guy. He even says my favorite line in the whole show, which is something that I really wish someone would say to me. So it'd be, there is indeed a higher power to warn me of this in time. Joanna, elope with you. Deceiving slut. I shall lock her away in some obscure retreat when neither you or any other vile, corrupting youth shall ever lay eyes on her again. Especially being called a deceiving slut would be very nice for me.
That was honestly dope, dude.
Yeah.
I saw the eyes change in that when he got into character.
He's a spooky guy, but there's a lot of great stuff. One of my favorite songs is called Joanna, and it's a beautiful, beautiful music, and literally he's just killing people while he's doing it. We'll watch that. Literally, there's the stage production that was recorded. There's the Johnny Depp movie that was gruesome. Tim Burton, Nightmare on Elm Street. Not that one. That was Wes Craven. But no, Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride, and I don't know if he did Frankenweenie, but he did Sweeney Todd, and they let him go ham, and it was gory as hell. And for those who want to have a little more fun, action-packed Halloween, Unhinged, starring Russell Crowe, the road rage movie. Have you ever seen that, James?
I have not.
I feel like you'd really like it because it's literally, long story short, Russell Crowe is just a guy, and then some woman honks him because he didn't go when the light was green, and he's just following them all day, and he's killing their families, he's bashing their cars, all in one day, all because she did beep, because he wasn't going when the light was green, and he's all
that sounds awful.
It may not be a good movie, but it's fun good.
Okay,
it's fun good. There's a part where he tries to go back, he's losing his cool, he's like, that wasn't too nice that you honked at me. She's like, well, yeah, the light was green, you didn't go. Well, I'm just having a bad day. Yeah, we all have bad days. And that's just the thing that pushed him over the edge. And now he's what's that called? Right on her ass, car-wise. Brake
riding her bumper.
Pretty much that. He's doing that. He keeps hitting her and doing stuff like that. And every time call the cops. And a cop car would be there. He'd bang him off the road. He's just so hell-bent on just scariness. It's not really Halloween per se.
Scary though. We'll check it out.
The thing that's scary is just it could theoretically happen to you because you never know who the crazy son of a bitch in the car next to you is.
You also never know what people are going through. So be kind always.
Also,
especially Russell Crowe.
Also,
I'm still going to honk people.
if they're not going when the light's green, I give them a couple pip pip of the lights. And then if they're not going, the long
Yeah.
And Shlomo, do you have any Halloween recommendations?
I
Or-
recommend that people just go hard on Halloween. As someone who didn't care for a long time, I'm on the other side. I've made it over the hill. And when you do go hard, it's so much more fun. So throw a party, get your people going, because sometimes your friends, they don't really want to dress up. Start the initiative and throw a party. Have a good time. Get some good candy. Maybe not some of those, whatever those gross black and white ones were. But get some good candy. Throw a little party. And, it's for the kids, too. That's the most important thing. This holiday is, as far as I know, there's really no religious or, governmental
It's all
background.
commercial,
It's
baby.
just a fun holiday. It's literally
all-
just to have fun.
It's all commercial, baby.
Enjoy yourself. Be safe when you're partying. Thank you, James. Be very safe. And just have a blast. Have some whimsy in your life.
You guys have any other promotions coming up for, it's going to be us for the next couple weeks, so you got anything happening in November?
Thanksgiving's coming up.
More like Thanksgiving.
We have a
Nothing coming
boxing
up.
tournament October 29th. Live streaming. Boxing. Pow, pow.
And also, well, you're going to watch it this week, and then we repeat again because Halloween's after this. But the next episode of MMR Talks is going to actually be a 2022 midterm elections special. We will be talking about the hottest races, the weirdest candidates, and we're gonna have a grand old time. James, you're welcome to join us if you'd like to. You had a wonderful time on the presidential one.
I think I'm only a presidential guy.
No, midterms. You don't.
I really had not much knowledge for the presidential one. I have even less knowledge for the midterm elections.
What? You don't want to talk about Schmidt versus Bush Valentine in Missouri?
Schmitty!
No, but I do love the just like slanderous commercials I see on television of opposing candidates. This is really funny.
The mudslinging.
Like no one talks about things that they can do to improve. It's all just political mudslinging.
Well, we progressives do, but let's just spend the rest of those next 2 hours just shitting on Dr. Oz. Because he's someone we have to deal with now. You know that, Shlomo? Dr. Oz running for Senate in Pennsylvania.
I don't care if Dr. Doolittle runs for Senate.
I would guess. That sounds awesome.
They're all a bunch of bums, dude. We need to get into office, boys. Us three.
No,
You know
we need
what?
to get The Rock.
And you know what, gents? Put it in the jar. We'll talk about it next week. So, everyone, thank you so much for coming. Me matey, Shlomo Bowe, and Ronnie Rivera himself, and of course, Sweeney Todd. That is me. And wake up, Joanna. Another bright red day. So, and thank you all for tuning in. If you like this episode of MMR Talks and you like all the past episodes of MMR Talks, we are also streaming new episodes on Tuesdays, and we will see you guys
Next time.
next time.
Later.